Ever since I was a little guy, I was a storyteller, always getting in trouble for telling stories. Sitting there with the kindergarten kids in the sandbox, talking about different things that, matter to me. Storyteller. Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. Hey, every one of us when we were kids, we trick or treated. I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong or safe or not safe. I'm just telling you what we did in my neighborhood. When I was a kid, we used to trick or treat. Then we'd have contests, We used to get these bags that they would get from the grocery store, and then we would carry our candy. The only problem with that is if you would run them along the grass and the grass had dew on it or rain, then the bag would just, boom, break, and your candy would be on the ground and you'd lose the contest. But the interesting thing about not having too much money when you're a kid and being kind of po, so po that you can't pay attention, is that, you were the same thing every year. Being that I played Little League Baseball, I dressed as a baseball player, my baseball outfit, or you bet, dressed as a hobo, which is today a bum or a homeless person, or you would dress as a little girl, which I got tired of doing because they kept doing that to me. But I remember one time, one of the guys became 16. I was about 10. And so he said, do you want to go trick-or-treating to the rich neighborhood? The rich neighborhood? What goes on over there? I said. He said they have big, giant candies. Big, giant candies. At the rich neighborhood, they had big, giant candies. So we were getting tired of people giving us small candies, and sometimes they'd give a penny, which I don't really understand. So we went on this quest to the rich neighborhood. Man, it was foreign territory. We were going to where the rich people lived. Seemed like it took forever. I remember I had my pillow sack in my little lap, because now we were putting them in pillow sacks because, they didn't break. So we're going to the rich neighborhood. I got my pillow sack. It seemed like it took forever. Everything seemed so different in the rich neighborhood. You went there were kids with their parents. We never had our parents. Kids with their parents, and then they had matching uniforms, like the mask matched what they wore. It was wild. And there I was dressed like a hobo, which is also a homeless person. And I remember another thing about the rich people is they all stood in line to get to the person's house in order to get their candy. And then you had to actually talk to the people who were giving the candy in the rich neighborhood. And they'd say, hey, little boy, what are you? Oh, I'm a hobo. And then you put your bag out, and then you say, thank you. So here's an interesting thing. Man, did we have a blast at the rich neighborhood. We got more candy than you can imagine. Some of the candies were so big, just like I imagined.
Boy, this trick-or-treating is a pretty nice racket. Pity it only comes once a year.
The rich neighborhood was only 4 miles away from my house. As I got older, I thought, I want to go find out where that neighborhood was. So one day I clocked it, 4 miles away. What's your point? So many people are stuck in a setback. They sit, they settle, and they cement themselves in a place that they think is just me. This is the way it's always been. Well, guess what? God wants to take you to foreign territory. Foreign is something in somewhere you've never been before. Just like that little quest when I was 10 to the rich neighborhood, it really wasn't that far away. Somebody that's watching me right now, something big is about to happen in your life. And guess what? It's closer than you think. So guess what? Go to the foreign territory. Follow your favor.